Good morning. So I want to talk a little bit today about manifestation and how it can really change the narrative. Okay, so many of you may know me and know, if you've known me for a very long time, that the past 5 years have been the most insane lit dumpster fire. And there's a lot of factors in that. A lot of it was my mindset. A lot of it was something happened in a personal situation that just really destroyed me and made me change a lot and change how I viewed myself, my value. I was going through a period where I just did anything and everything because I just didn't care. I didn't care about the outcome. I would just do things and not care what the consequences were or look at the future, what it could do to my future self, because I just didn't care. I was in a really dark place in my life, and I just kept attracting that type of energy, and I was stuck. I was stuck in my patterns. I was stuck in my ways. So now we're changing the narrative. We're focusing on building the dream life that ultimately, would change everything, would change this entire narrative that I've been living, right? So the first step to that is definitely having to be a little delusional, right? And when I say delusional, not like crazy, because I've been in that pattern too, where just like that crazy psychotic thinking, that's not going to get you anywhere. Or the thinking you just don't care about future outcomes, you're just going to do whatever because you just don't care. That's not what you want, right? Embracing the fact that anything could be possible, right? Okay, and the next part is deciding what that looks like for you and speaking on it, essentially bringing it to existence, inviting it in. So your energy has to be a conduit for the positivity and the good things in the universe to come in and bring those things to you. If you are not in the mind and headspace to be a good conduit for that energy, it's not going to come to you. It cannot flow to you unless you are a good vessel for it, right? It has to be able to flow freely to you. So what I like to do now is in the morning, and this is a common thing that is mentioned that you can do, is you show gratitude. You start the day by being thankful, saying thank you. Talk about maybe 5 things that you're grateful for when you first wake up. Then you're going to do 3 to 5 sending positive vibes and forgiveness and just good things to 3 to 5 people that bother you or that have caused you pain or that still are kind of a source of contention in your life. You send good things to them, 3 to 5 of them, right? Because you are grateful your life is full of abundance and overflowing, that you have no room for hatred, you have no room for bitterness, you have no room to hold on to grudges. Okay, that's going to be important. Okay, and finally, what you want to do is create like a delusional space, create a delusional narrative in order to call it to you, to bring it to you, to act as if it's already on its way, it's already happening. So you have to be really, really delusional, and this is the part that even for me, I'm a creative. I've always lived in fairyland, imagination land as a kid because, that was just how I dealt with things, was just being very imaginative and creating all these alter lives and egos. You have to do that in your life as an adult, and it's, it can feel hard at first because as adults, just kind of the magic of life we had as children, imagination is harder to grasp because reality can set in and just make it difficult to imagine that, envision that. But that's what you have to do. So currently, last night, I had something in my head, and then again this morning something else. So last night it was that I took a look. I was laying in bed and I was looking around at everything in my house, and I was like, I am going to take this house apart piece by piece. I'm going to sell it all, and I'm going to start over with completely new energy, with completely new space and things that reflect that energy and success and positivity. Okay, that's what I was thinking of last night, and I'm going to make it happen. That I'm getting so delusional about it that every single thing that I've decided, I'm going to completely redo it, change it up, bring in new energy. It's going to happen. And this morning, the thing that I was envisioning for my life was, I just want to be a life coach that can add value, that people recognize as someone that adds value, will come to for help, advice, and it brings me success as well. But I'm able to provide that insight and provide those things that can change lives, because not only have I lived almost all of the things that, I'm speaking on, I've lived so many different lifetimes already and had so many different experiences, both positive and negative. I've lived so many lifetimes that I'm able to impart that wisdom and impart that help to those that need it, but I ultimately envision myself becoming successful from that and becoming well-known and renowned for that. And I see it, and I'm speaking it into existence, and I believe it. So, you have to be that level delusional, right? So I've essentially said I'm going to take apart my entire house space, completely change all of that, and start over with completely new energy, completely new space, all of that. I'm going to take that whole place apart, and it's all going to find new homes, be sold. And I've also said I'm going to be a successful, renowned life coach. And that's what these next couple years are going to be devoted to, is bringing these things into existence. And the sooner the better. I believe that it moves as quickly as, you're manifesting it and believing it. So the sooner the better. Let's see it happen. Let's make it happen.